Hi Virgo, welcome to Swedish Dharma Tarot. My name's Christina. I'm a Swedish Australian working as a medium, psychic and artist. And this will be the fourth reading I have the great pleasure of doing for you. And you've heard it all before. If it doesn't resonate, you can check your rising or ascendant sign, and you can also check your moon, your Venus and your Mars. And if you don't feel it resonates between me and you, then by all means choose another reader, because it's important that the chemistry is right. But also I would like to ask you, if you see in the reading that, well, it's not for me, but it sounds like it could be my cousin or my neighbor or my son or whoever, then I'd be very grateful if you could take the trouble to share it with them. Now let's see what Spirit wants you to hear, wants you to know. All right, Spirit. Thank you. So here we go. The deck I work with is called the Goddess Tarot, and they are made by Chris Walter. They're wonderful, they're beautiful, and they've taught me everything I know. So I'm not very flexible with changing decks. But I like to look at other decks, but I don't trust myself to work with them, because even though the major arcana is structured in the same way with the same numbers and very similar meanings as well, I still don't know who's who and what's what in another deck. So the major arcana in this deck is made up of goddesses from all over the world and different time periods. And they have taught me everything I know about tarot. So I stick with them when I'm working. Okay, dear Virgo, what's happening here? The first thing I see is that there's something karmic happening in your family life, and that it's possibly time to move on from your marriage. Not a nice thought, but I can't imagine that it's new for you. Must be, yeah, you must have had it in mind for a great deal of time. I can't see you yet. That's happened a lot lately. Scorpio last week didn't turn up at all. I found that very interesting. But Virgo, we do want to know where you are, and we know who you are, but we'd like to see also that, yeah, I don't know if I'm talking to an old man or a younger woman. But in any case, there's been an abuse of power here. And I can show you these three cards that show me that's what's happening. This is the card number 16. Could be the devil, I think, in the traditional tarot. Here it's called oppression. So somebody's felt very oppressed by somebody else's power. This is Freya, it's number 4. Could it be the Emperor? I'm not sure. But oppression of power with, yeah, and abuse. This is for me, the 4 of Cups for me is a card of dependence and codependency. And also, yeah, abuse of substances and abuse of people. Maybe you're a bit ashamed, Virgo. Maybe that's why you're not turning up. Maybe it's you being left. It could be because you have these problems, and the person you're married to needs to get out. That's a very sad thought, but I think that's what's happening. So it's like the cards are wanting to tell you that you're about to lose your family unless you very quickly get yourself together and admit your problems. If it's a problem of alcoholism, for example, often the alcoholic is the last person to understand that there's a problem there. Everybody else knows before them. I feel very heavy-hearted, I must admit. But this is what's happening. I feel certain of that. There's been conflicts, there's been sacrifices, there's been a lot of unhappiness, and there's been, I think you might be married. I think you must be married because I see a female fire sign here. Now, they're not going to put up with bullshit forever. That's for sure. But they're also very loving and accepting and understanding, but even they have their limits. And I see that you've been in conflict with them. I also see that this woman is not allowed to be herself completely. You don't accept her strengths or wonderful qualities that she has. You're very domineering and you're abusive, possibly even of substances, but certainly you're abusive of your wife. This feels horrible. Yeah. I'm very sorry, but Mr. Virgo, you need to be careful and you need to try and get some insight into your own behavior and your own problems. And in that process, you might also appreciate your woman. And I see there are children here as well. So please, try to do that. We'll go on and see what... I have picked an angel wisdom cards for you already. They're made by Ambika Waters, and I picked them ahead of the reading because they've been written in English, then translated into Swedish, and now my job is to translate it back again. And sometimes that can be difficult for me. But this is the Archangel Gabriel that you've been given. And he says, I have been healed by love, by brothership, and the message of freedom. I have been healed by love, brothership, and freedom. Brothership you will certainly find in Alcoholics Anonymous, which, as far as I know, is probably the absolute best organization to be healed, to get healthy again. And you are very loved. Don't waste it. The yogic path looks like that. Wonderful deck of cards. And they contain deities and they have messages about our chakras, yoga, spirituality. And here it came. Pitta. Pitta. That's one of the doshas. So let's have a look. Maybe the cards want to talk to your woman more than anything, because Queen in fire is certainly in tune with the Pitta dosha. We'll see what they say here. But I think I'm starting to understand and feel that the message, dear Mr. Virgo, is actually for your Leo woman, even though it concerns you in the highest of degrees. The fiery dosha, powerful, strong-willed, and feisty. So no more. Fire and water are the two most powerful elements that can create and destroy anything. Together they create Pitta, which is empowering you today. You're in a determined place in your life. You know what you want, and a fire has been set under your seat to achieve it. You're setting goals for yourself and focused on the task at hand. Perhaps this is the time to emerge as a leader and teach others your strength and wisdom. You're transforming the world with your actions. You don't lose connection with the water within you. Just don't lose connection with the water within you. And remember to play. Well, that's extremely important for any Leo, to remember to play. But I think they want to empower you. The cards definitely want to empower you, dear fire queen, married to a Virgo who's been taking a lot of abuse. I think you should show your husband this. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Bye.